Maybe Hugo Broos is of the opinion that whatever he says will fly. Maybe he thinks that there won't be any retaliation from the people he's talking about when he's having his own interviews. Now, Manqoba Mngqithi has hit back at the claims that the Belgian Bafana Bafana coach has been making in the past weeks. I do go by the name of Oscar Ntsintsi Football, where I engage and discuss on anything to do with soccer from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. Hugo Broos, Manqoba Mngqithi, Khuliso Mudau, Teboho Mokoena, Mngqithi. That's all we'll be talking about on this particular episode. First things first, you know what? Really feel bad for Teboho Mngqithi with the injury he got against Congo Brazzaville, and it appears like it's a serious one. Just like Manqoba Mngqithi has said on the Culling Black Label presser that, you know what, it might be 5 to 6 months. We still have to wait for confirmation, but definitely he's going under the knife, or he's gone under the knife, and the club will just tell us whenever they are ready with the report as to how long the injury that Teboho Mngqithi got will be. Now, you know what, Mngqithi is a big player for Mamelodi Sundowns. He is a big player even for a Bafana Bafana. Someone can even argue to say that he plays better with the role he's been given by Hugo Broos at Bafana Bafana. But Mamelodi Sundowns are definitely gonna miss the figure. Yes, there are other players that can fit in the role that Manqoba Mngqithi wants to use for a number 10. But the figure of a Teboho Mngqithi is, I mean, it's huge. Players, especially the young ones, I mean, they really, I can't just say the young ones, they really look up to this guy for encouragement, for inspiration, for professionalism. I've heard from a number of players that he might be the legend of Mamelodi Sundowns already, 35-year-old, but how he takes his game so serious. I mean, arriving early for training, staying behind for extras, and even doing some road work when he can. He's really serious about his football career. So those things alone, they really project this, you know, positive energy amongst the teammates. So Mamelodi Sundowns, the players, the technical team are really going to miss their captain in Teboho Mngqithi. Hopefully, I mean, the guy was given just a year extension. Sad that now he will only be coming back probably with a month left before the shutdown of the season. All we are praying and hoping for as Mamelodi Sundowns fans is that at least the management can at least reward the guy for his efforts and give him maybe another year extension so that he can form part of that group that will play in USA for that Club World Cup. We want him Mngqithi there, and he might not play ever again this season. We all don't know, but speedy recovery Mngqithi, speedy full recovery, and hopefully you will come back a better player. I know you'll be 36 next year, but all love, man, all love. Now, the topic of the day, or the agenda of this episode, is on Manqoba versus a Hugo Broos. Hugo Broos thinks that he can say whatever he wants and no one will actually retaliate and actually address him. Manqoba has hit back at the claims that, you know what, he is a bit concerned or worried that Khuliso Mudau and Teboho Mokoena have not been getting minutes before the international break. And Manqoba has replied and made it very clear that, you know what, each man to his own. Mind your own business, manage your own house, I'll manage mine. I think even before the interview of Manqoba, Mike McCabe had actually spoke some wisdom in also saying that no one can tell Hugo Broos what to do with the players, which players to select for national team. But this guy is constantly talking about players not getting minutes here and there. I mean, a great example to this would be Hugo Broos booted out Jaden Adams out of the camp because of arriving late, behavior issues. Now, if there are similar issues at Klokop or for Mamelodi Sundowns, if that is true, I'm not saying that Khuliso or Teboho Mokoena had attitude problems or behavior problems, but if there were such issues, then there is then expected for the coach to put things in line, just as Hugo Broos has done so at Bafana Bafana level. And Hugo Broos should expect coaches in the PSL to do their job, to select players according to how they've worked during that week, and obviously other factors, attitude, and I actually like what Manqoba said to Hugo Broos. He said he is open to talk. He dislikes talking about people. He rather talk to them one-on-one. Hopefully, they will sit down and actually iron out these things. If Teboho Mokoena has to really fix some attitude problems or behavior problems with a technical team or with a Manqoba Mngqithi, let it be. Let it be. No one. We are all players must play for the badge, and all players must respect the badge, must respect the technical team and their teammates. And we've already seen Khuliso Mudau play the last game before the international against Kaizer Chiefs. He did well. We saw Teboho Mokoena. He's a classy player. I mean, no one can question the qualities of Teboho Mokoena in that 5-0 thumping of Congo at Orlando. Not Orlando, Kabeja. Is a quality player. But I actually also want to go to the other technical aspect of Teboho Mokoena. Over time and all the interviews we've seen with Manqoba, he's made it clear that, you know what, he prefers using Teboho Mokoena in that number 8 role. In the 4-3-3 system, he's got a one-man sitting. More often than not, it is a Rivaldo, and then he's got double 8s. He's used Mkhuliso, he's used Mabuwe, he's used Allende, and he's also used Modiba. So one clearly can see that Teboho Mokoena coming back, he will not play as a 6, but he'll play more as a 8 in that double 8 that Manqoba has been using a lot in the past games, and which is actually exactly the same position he plays for Bafana Bafana. As much as with the Hugo Broos, it's a double pivot, but a double pivot where one of the players will actually almost like be a box-to-box type of a midfielder. Because more often than not, you will have a Sithole or an Obas in the past games where he will just sit and the other player will be bombing up and down. Hopefully Manqoba and Hugo Broos will actually talk about this, and Hugo Broos must actually be warned that, you know what, he cannot do as he please when he's on his interviews, talk about coaches as he wants to. He must, why not just call the coach of the respective club and actually address the matter than you going to journalists and think that it will be sorted out. Another thing with Hugo Broos, something that was mentioned by the previous coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, Rulani Mokoena, made it clear that, you know what, we cannot play Mshishi Zwane 90 minutes match in and 90 minutes match in and match out. The guy is over the age of 34 at the time the interview was made with the Roland. So we got to manage Mshishi Zwane very well. I think even the interview that Manqoba made, he was really, really disappointed with how Hugo Broos has used Mshishi Zwane. 35-year-old playing 90 minutes. I mean, around 60 minutes, the match was already over. Bafana had already scored, I think, 4 goals already. But he played full 90 minutes. Started the game in Brazzaville, Congo, and then I think around 30 minutes or so getting that injury. As much as the blame here is the type of pitch or turf they were playing in, but again, a Broos, it's also, he must be blamed for actually not managing Mngqithi Zwane well. They are doing it at club level. Why not take the same thing and apply it at the national level? We've got a lot of capable players on the bench that can actually replace a Mngqithi. Well, I do go by the name of Mngqithi. If you're seeing this face and this content for the very first time, would really appreciate if you join this channel and engage in the comments below as to what do you think sometimes goes through the Belgian coach's mind when he's talking about, you know, different players. He then goes and selects players who are not playing week in and week out for their teams, but then questions why a Mokoena and a Mudau are not playing for a Bafana Bafana, but there is a CBC who really plays for Orlando Pirates. Now he even selected an Obas who doesn't play for a Sundowns. So sometimes there's a bit of a pretense or hypocrisy from this old man. We need to respect him as a Bafana coach. He's done extremely well, but we must also question him and criticize him when he's off ramping, when he's not talking sense at all. Let me end it there and by declaring, may my God bless you all.